Well, hello there, Blade Gang. This old sword back with you again. And it's time to start looking at TwoSun again. This is not a newer model. This is one that's been around for a while, but I do not see reviewed that often. It has some degree of rarity to it, I'm told. And they are now making it a little different with a steel handle instead of titanium and a deep carry spring clip instead of the titanium clip. So what is this? This is the TS76, nicknamed the Horizon. It is a design by NightMorning, one of the most well-known TwoSun knife designers and one of the original ones, along with Wong Designs, Jelly Jerry, Mazwan Mokhtar lately, and Bill Noddy, a bunch of newer designers, but NightMorning, one of the older designers, and you can check out his designs on Instagram. He has an Instagram page with lots of pictures and is followed by many people. So this is an interesting knife. You don't see it that often in TwoSun reviews. You don't see it that often when TwoSun is mentioned. And I'm going to be measuring it up simply because sometimes the measurements on the eBay pages, and that's the only place you're really going to get stats on these, is on the eBay sale pages. So I'm going to measure it up so we have some accurate measurements, and they're in units that we can understand. First of all, it is a high grind D2 blade with a interesting clip point. Drops off very quickly there. The flats, if you look at them, are very interestingly machined and matted with a relatively useful jimping here on the back of the blade. Not real grabby. We have some very precise milling on the G10. So basically it's half G10 and half titanium. Titanium has a built-in hardened steel insert for the frame, frame lock. We have a clip that's not really deep carry, but it's a handsome, very simple titanium clip. A minimum number of screws here, really just one at the tail end, your pivot, got a T8 there, and got another screw there. Interesting lanyard slot milled into the back. Got a little frog in my throat today, sorry about that. Nothing is wrong, just happens. Happens when I want to do a video, right? Very nice detail on the back strap. I mean, this thing's just kind of an industrial milled machine here. Beautifully done. I mean, it's more amazing almost to look at the handle than it is to look at the blade. Look how they carried the design from the handle, this stepped, tiered kind of area here, onto the blade. Just so cool. And that's something you see from NightMorning. It's a satin finish blade. And let's take a look at the stock on the blade. Not that thick. Excuse me, or is it? 3.8 millimeter. It's thicker than it appears, mainly because we have that reduced area here. So would almost be better if we could I don't know that we can. Let's see. To measure right about here. Coming up on 4 millimeters. And the handle, let's grab that, 1/2 inch. So some pretty good dimensions. And while I have it more or less closed, see what we got for a weight. It feels fairly light. And it is 3.715 ounces. 3.7 ounces, really. And we'll take some lengths. Overall length, 8 1/8, thereabouts. Blade, right about at 3.5 inches. Cutting edge, slightly more than 3.5 inches. It's a good sized knife. Good usable knife. Plenty of traction on the side because of the G10. And even the milling on the titanium. Feels very light in the hand. And ergos are fine. I mean, pretty much anybody can get their hand on that. You got an interesting semi kind of finger choil there on the handle. And then you've got a handle that gradually grows larger towards the end. Feels good though. It's not exactly hand filling, but it isn't tiny either. Really feels great in the hand. I mean, either way you want to hold it. And if you do hold it edge forward, point down, you have a neat little platform for your thumb right there. So let's look at the TwoSun TS76 Horizon up against a few of the usuals. It's pretty much griptilian size. Spot on. And the Freak is bigger. And why not? We got to put the Rat one out there. Oh yeah, Rat one's a good deal bigger. Well, I don't know what I haven't covered. It's a beautiful little knife. I say little, it's over 8 inches. Medium, really, in my book. 9-inch knife is big. 10 inches is extra big. There's your D2 marking. There is your NightMorning Design, very tastefully put on the side of the blade. And TwoSun. It's not really over-branded, but again, attention to detail, plus, plus, plus. And interesting how they managed to have only that single screw on the back. This could be pinned in. I haven't had this one apart, but usually something's holding the other part of that back strap in, half back strap. And the clip looks like it's held on from underneath. So there you have the TwoSun TS76 Horizon. You can still get them, but again, they've changed it to a deep carry clip, to a steel handle on one side and G10 on the other. And they may have upped the blade steel to Sandvik, I'm not sure. I briefly saw one out on eBay just while I was prepping for this review. So I hope you like it. Give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back with more very soon. This Old Sword, signing off.